Hey YouTube, Philly J here from Different Dimension Gaming. So I got called out for work on the road, so I couldn't do the Speedroid combo video, but I thought I would do some kind of video anyways. So what we've got here is I'm going to rank every deck I've ever played, just from my favorite to least favorite. So we've got 6 categories here. So the most fun decks I'll never get rid of. Good, not great is decks that I like a lot but don't love. Nostalgia is I built it for nostalgia and it was only fun because of nostalgia. Fine, I guess, is decks that I like. I don't really care if I ever play them again. I see the appeal is decks that weren't for me, but I understand why people like them. Didn't enjoy is decks that I'm just, it was whatever. Nothing special for me, but I also don't quite see the appeal. And hated it is decks that I will never pick up again and decks I hope I never play against again. But with that being said, let's get started. I'm not sure the order that these got laid out, so we're just going to go one by one. Starting with Necroz. If it works. Okay, well, I've already screwed this up. Alright, so Necroz. I see the appeal. It wasn't really for me, but I totally get the appeal. I like the ritual mechanic, so I totally get why people like it. The Nordic god stuff. Kind of the same thing. It was a little bit slow for me. I haven't played this deck since before the most recent support, so maybe it's gotten a little more concise since then, but I also built it with all 3 gods, so maybe that was also the problem that I did with it. Malefic, good, not great. Malefic, before the support from Dual Overload was pretty bad. You had to run stuff like Skill Drain, but post Dual Overload with the Malefic Paradigm Dragon and the Malefic Territory, this deck became way more fun, and I actually played a 60 card Grand Maju Malefic Mech Lord deck. Buster Blader, you know what? I'm gonna put it in didn't enjoy, just because the main focus of this deck is just to buster lock people, and it's kind of just it's a mid-range deck disguised as a stun deck. Sorry, it's a stun deck disguised as a mid-range deck. Cyber Dragon, super fun. I still have it. It's almost the most fun, but it's not quite there. Yeah, I love this deck. I put it on the profile. I had a ton of fun making that video. Yeah, it's like Zane Truesdale was one of my favorite characters in GX, so it was almost pure nostalgia, but it's a deck that I want to hang on to for a long time. Zombies was pure nostalgia. Like Vampire Genesis from GX, if anyone remembers, Camula from that was like, oh, I gotta build vampires. And then when the new stuff came out in early 2019, I was like, yep, rebuild the deck, build it. I was like, yep, this deck still sucks. DDD. Oh, I'm kind of in between here. I'll put it at the top end of I see the appeal, because I built the deck and it wasn't really for me, so I gave it to a really good friend and he's loving it, so I'm happy that he's enjoying it. It's just, it's just not quite for me. Blue Eyes is pure nostalgia. I mean, people have made Chaos Max work. It just wasn't for me. I love the art on Blue Eyes cards. I think it's really cool. Just not for me. Unchained I played before the support from, was it Duelist Nexus? So I'll put it in fine, I guess, just because I didn't play the more modern version of the deck. Looks super fun. Amazonas. Again, I've played it before, the most recent support. It also looks very fun now, but when I played it, it was kind of bad. Raid Raptor is good, not great. I had a lot of fun playing Raid Raptor, but Adam from the channel, who did the Sky Striker video, he wanted a more combo deck that wasn't super expensive, that he could play at his locals, and I was like, yo, I'm thinking about getting rid of this deck anyways, you can just take it. And now that the new support is coming out, I really want to look into building this deck again. Crusadia, I see the appeal. I didn't love it. I've built it 3 different ways, and every time I was like, it's kind of just Abramax Turbo. It was just whatever. I'm gonna put oh shoot, what is this deck called? The Arcana Force. Arcana Force, I'm putting in hated it, not because I don't want to play it again. This deck is atrociously bad. Like, it's impossibly bad. This deck has had, I think, 3 waves of support, and it still can't do anything. Speedroid, good, not great. Put the video up the other day. You know, I have a rivalry with a guy that plays Speedroid. So, shout outs to Kevin, but also, go away, Kevin. Yeah, so, Speedroid's not really... I don't love it, it's very fun, but, like, I'm fine without it. Branded... Also, I've got Predaplants and I've got branded Predaplants. Branded Predaplants, I am in love with this deck. I am wholeheartedly in love with this deck. I loved Yuri from the anime. I love just the style of it. I like playing on my opponent's turn. This deck is near perfect for me. Cubic, I have just picked up, so I'm gonna put it in pure nostalgia because I haven't had a chance to properly play it yet. But I have a silly list that if I get enough positive feedback about the deck itself, I will post it to the channel. Odd Eyes, it's fine. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm good without it. It was fun, but like at the time it couldn't really do anything. It was a lot of spinning your wheels and not actually getting anywhere. Branded Chimera, I'll put the very top of good, not great. It's my current competitive deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but it's not Predaplants. Gishki, the top of fine, I guess, because I thought the style was very cool of like using one monster as the entire tribute for a ritual summon was very cool, and I really enjoy the art on the Gishki cards. Assault mode is ass. I wish I could say more. Assault mode is absolutely terrible. This deck, it does next to nothing. It's impossible to get a full board of assault mode monsters out because you need so many resources for them. It's just, you know, it's there. I can't recommend anyone play this deck ever. Dark Magician, like Blue Eyes, pure nostalgia. It's alright. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think that it doesn't quite know what it wants to do because you've got really cool stuff like the Eye of Timaeus and all those kinds of cards, but then you've got stuff like the Magician's Souls and the Ritual monster with that. It's like, well, do you want to fuse, or do you want a Ritual, or do you want to do both? And you've also got the Xyz monsters and the Palladium cards. It's like, okay, what are you trying to do? It just wasn't really my vibe. I see Gishki's on here twice. Is there a way to just omit Gishki, the second one? Okay, we'll just put it right next to his buddy there. Desk bots. I'll go fine, I guess. It's a weird deck. Despots is, I'm kind of torn between these two. It's a really silly deck that sets up a lot of unsuspecting cards and then kills you with Despot 009. I'll leave it there. Goki is... You know, I like decks that do a lot of combos and a lot of summoning. But I don't like that it should just link summons and it's kind of locked into that mechanic. I understand saying that when I've got branded as my top 2 decks right now, but I like link summoning. I don't love link summoning. Black Wings, put right there. So in my life, I've played 2 different versions of Black Wings. I played the version just after links were introduced, where you played like the Raid Raptor package, and I've played the pure Synchro package. And while I am aware that the Synchro package, that Synchro deck is better, the Raid Raptor version is more fun. Triamid. See, the thing is, the deck is not good, but I absolutely adore the art on it because I'm really into like Egyptian stuff. So I'm gonna put it there. Like, the Egyptian mythology is very fascinating to me, and I love this deck because of all like the references and stuff. So I'm gonna put it there. I also like the cycling of field spells. So I'm actually gonna put it up here. Dragoonity. I will put. Let's put that higher. Let's put that right there. I'm actually gonna bump this up a little bit too. So Dragoonity, I actually just got rid of this deck to the same friend that got my DDD stuff, and I will say I already miss it. It's been, I think, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. I missed it almost immediately. I was like, you know what, this deck is super fun. I love how it plays, like the equipping, the summoning, the synchroing, bringing stuff back. It was just a lot of, it was what I wanted Dragon Link to be. Zombies, I'll put that very top if I see the appeal, because I totally see the appeal. I love the art on the zombie cards, but the playstyle is not for me. Shout out to Brian from Crush Cards, who has been labbing a zombie deck since he's started playing the game 4 or 5 years ago. Burning Abyss, Farfa himself. I will put Burning Abyss right after Unchained. Yeah, I've only played Burning Abyss for a few weeks. I don't know. It's just, I like the art, I like the lore, just not a fan of the play style. Sue Ships, hands down one of the funniest decks I've ever played. I love the play style. I don't like that it doesn't do a lot because I'm a big combo guy, so I'm gonna put it just above Unchained because I think it's very funny and I like what it's trying to do. It's just not doing enough for me. Tri-Brigade. I will put Tri-Brigade, again, shout out to Crush Cards. Logan's the biggest Shrek stan in the whole wide world. I'll put those right next to each other just for Brian and Logan. Yeah, like it's very cool. I love the style of deck, like banishing for linking and then bringing stuff back to do other stuff. Very cool. I've played Tri Brigade in about 4 different variants, and Tri Brigade Gladiator Beast was by far my favorite. Phantom Knights I'll put right up there. I love Phantom Knights. I'm noticing a Arc 5 trend with my more favorite decks. Yeah, Phantom Knights I love, like, so you've got like the fusing and the exeasing. Also the art's very cool. Yugioh was a very cool character in Arc 5. So yeah, big fan of the deck. Red Dragon Archfiend. I am very tempted to put this up here. Yeah, I'll put it there. The deck is it's going to be at the bottom of the most fun, but this deck is so much fun. Jack Atlas, again, very cool character from the anime. I love the design of Red Dragon Archfiend cards, so this was a no-brainer for me to pick up the structure decks. It's very cool, and if it gets more support, I'll just keep adding to it. I think I'm going to these are the decks I'll probably hang on to forever. Dark World. It's okay. Again, I played it before the most recent support, and the way it plays now I don't really like, with like the hand looping and stuff. But when I played it, it was very fun to set up a whole board of different summoning mechanics, and just because it loops Graphos so easily, I totally get the appeal. I love the art. It's just not designed for me specifically. Earth Machine. Wait, this Earth Machine, or is this Gadget? This is Gadget. Okay, this is Gadget. Gadget's kind of ass. Gadget doesn't really know what it wants to do. Like, it makes a rank 4, and that's kind of all it can do. Or you make Platinum Gadget, and maybe you get out Gold or Silver, which will get you another Gadget, and then you make a rank 4. And you're kind of stuck there. Infernoid, or more specifically, Layer of Darkness Infernoids. Again, I get the appeal. I'm not a fan. Again, art, very cool. Very good art. Deck's not for me. Just not my style. Generator goes up here. I love Generator. Everyone talks about Dyer being the Generator stan. Dyer doesn't know. I've been playing Generator since day 1. I have not found a set of Diviners of the Herald yet, so I haven't posted a deck profile, but I can post a more budget-friendly deck profile, and I'll probably do that starting in the new year. Sacred Beasts, the structure deck gave this deck so much. Like, it can't be understated how much the structure deck actually gave for Sacred Beasts. Because before the structure deck, this deck was borderline. Actually, it wasn't borderline. It was unplayable. Now it's playable, and it's also very fun because it makes rank 10s almost as good as Earth Machine, but Armatile is just way cooler. Dark Lords. Again, kind of the same boat as the Arcana Force, in that I just don't understand why people like it. Again, art's very cool. I like the art. It does a lot of spinning wheels and doesn't really accomplish anything. Mathmech, I will go up here. Mathmech was so much fun. Again, it's like 2 summoning mechanics, but the way it does the mechanics was very cool. This was my first big tournament. My first YCS, I took Mathmech 2. I ended up doing 3-1, which you can see. Alright, 1-3. I wish I did 3-1. 1-3, the deck profile is not on the channel, but the YCS vlog I took this to is on the channel. Fluandereeze hated playing it, made people miserable. Hate playing against it makes me miserable. I understand a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like people having fun at someone else's expense. That's not how I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I want it to be interactive, I want it to be fun. Goaty, I totally see the appeal, but it wasn't really for me. I love, again, the design, 10 out of 10. The playstyle, like a 4 out of 10. Dinomorphia, I haven't played much yet, so I'll put it in fine, I guess, just because I haven't had time to properly test the deck out. But I really like the art, and I'm looking forward to trying it at locals this weekend. Elemental Hero is, again, a very fun deck. We'll put that right there. I have Elemental Hero and Destiny Hero on this list because I did play both. Elemental Hero is definitely more fun, but I think the Destiny Hero deck is more interesting in just the way it utilizes cards. Fabled, shout out to DZ. Fabled! I totally see the appeal of this. Again, I picked this up way past its prime, but it was fun. It can do a lot of silly shenanigans, but it's not good enough for me. Lightsworn is pure nostalgia. Deck is very cool. I love the lore behind it. I think that the Shadal version is very cool. Deck kind of sucks. Fluffle. One of my best friends plays Fluffle. It's not bad. I don't love it, so I'll put it top of fine, I guess. Yeah, I like, again, the design of going from really cute, fluffy animals to Five Nights at Freddy's. Very cool design. Heroic Champion is atrociously bad. Again, played it before the new support, kinda sucks. Mechlord, same boat. It's a cool deck, I like the art, kinda sucks. We're gonna throw Phantasm Spiral on there too. Cool deck, don't really get how to play it. Red Eyes is going right with the other two in pure nostalgia. I wanted to like it. I love the art. I love the art on Red Eyes cards. I wish, again, like Dark Magician, doesn't really know what it wants to do. Like, it wants to burn, but it also wants to make really cool fusions that don't quite burn, but they kind of burn after the battle phase. It's kind of a weird deck to try to wrap your head around. Salamangreat. It's in, I see the appeal, I just need to know where. I'll put it there. I had an okay time playing it, but it's not for me. Pure Predaplants. That I'll put yeah, it has to go up top. Again, so much fun. Love the art, love the character in the show. Just all around, so much fun. Sword Soul. Good, not great. We'll put it right above Heroes. I think Sword Soul, for kind of a mid-range synchro deck, puts up very oppressive boards that aren't a lot to them. Like, you set up like a Barone and Shishao and another, probably a level 8 synchro. You're like, yeah, okay, that's fine. It ends up being like a near impossible board to break and then win on the clapback. Earth Machine. This is Earth Machine. Earth Machine, I'll go top of good, not great. Oh, to scroll up a little bit. I play a non-competitive version of this, which I will happily upload to the channel come the new year. It's one of the most fun decks I've ever played. Actually, I don't know if I want it above her. I'm going to put Chimera above it, but this is like a tie right here. This is Pure Rockets. Rockets I'll put in good, not great. It's gotta be higher than that. I'll put it above Hero. Pure Rockets, again, it's an anime deck. I love the anime. I pick up a deck if I see it on the anime. I want to try it. I want to see if it's as cool as it is in the show. Usually it's not, and that's fine, but I want to test it for myself. Monarchs, I get the appeal, but you know, the tribute summon, maybe 2 summons per turn, not for me. Archfiend is, again, I love, and I mean this, I capital LOVE this deck. I love the art. I love what it's trying to do. Give it support. Give it better support. Fire Fist, again, good, not great. A lot of, how many? Actually, I'll figure that out after. When we're done, I'll count how many of these decks I currently own, and you can kind of see just how many decks I have on me at any time. Fire Fist, again, you get to Xyz, Fusion, Ritual, Synchro, and Link all in one deck. Give it Pendulum Scales, and it's got every summoning mechanic in it. Just very cool. Love the design, love the art. Very, very cool. Bee Trooper, it goes again in fine, I guess. I'll put it up here because, again, art's very cool. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do, but the guy that plays Gold Pride Punk that was in the local lockdown video most recently, he plays it. He has a blast with it. I like to see him play it. I like to see other people having fun with decks. Elswarm. Again, very cool deck. I've enjoyed playing it a lot, but much like a couple of these other decks, it doesn't do enough. Like, at most, you'll get out 2 rank 4s, one of them being a Floodgate. And Floodgates make people miserable, and I don't want my opponents to be miserable while we're playing. Counter Fairy's kind of in the same boat, but it wasn't my kind of deck. I'm going to put it above. I'll put it right. Oh, I'll put it one more higher. Yeah, that's where it was. It's cool. Don't love what it's trying to do. Alright, had to do a bit of an adjustment because we are getting full on space. Super Heavy Samurai once again played before the support. Had I held onto the deck, I think I would have loved the new support. So I'll put it right here. Dragon Link, I didn't really enjoy playing it. I enjoyed it to an extent, but I didn't enjoy it as an entire deck. Thunder Dragon, I actually quite enjoyed. I am a believer that Colossus can come off the ban list, but I think you have to ban that Thunder Nemesis card, or it will be in truly everything. I'll put it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Gaia is kind of garbage as a deck. Actually, it's not kind of garbage. Gaia as a deck is garbage. It doesn't do enough of anything to be anything. Harpy Lady, again, kind of the same. I just don't enjoy it as a deck. Mech Knight, same boat. Just not for me. Ancient Gear, pure nostalgia. I've had this deck for probably 4 years on and off. I have fun every time I play it, but when I'm not playing it, I look at it and I go, why are you here? Galaxy Eyes goes definitely in good, not great. I'm going to put it just above Raid Raptors. I just picked up my 2 quarter century rare Galaxy S Afterglow dragons. So I just need to find a quarter century rare Galaxy S Prime full armor photon, and that deck's good to go in all the rarities that I want. Utopia, I can see the appeal. Again, it just kind of ranked 4 spam. I've played every protagonist deck in the show except for Code Talkers, but I mean, one could argue that MathMech is just Code Talkers with a sparkly new paint. Crystal Beast, I totally see the appeal of Crystal Beast, and it was fun. Not really for me. Would try it again. I have been considering remaking Junk. I'm going to put it very top of pure nostalgia because I don't think it'll be very good. Gravekeepers, I didn't hate it as a deck, but I didn't have fun playing it. Mermails, totally the same. I get the appeal, but it's not for me. Destiny Heroes will go pure nostalgia because I am quite a big GX fan, but the deck, there's a lot of spinning its wheels and doesn't do much of anything except for put out plasma worse than Elemental Heroes do. But card art, 10 out of 10. Yosenju, again, see the appeal, not really for me. The bouncing back to hand in the end phase really scares me. Pure Gladiator Beast, or I guess Tri-Brigade Gladiator Beast will go in good, not great, and that'll go right behind Fire Fist. Because I wouldn't be opposed to rebuilding it. I just don't want to have to track down 2 archetypes to build one, you know? And finally, 6 Samurai. I totally see the appeal for 6 Samurai. 100% see the appeal. Well, I'll put that above Fabled because I think any deck that does 25 things to desperately attempt an FTK at least deserves a nod. Excuse me. But with that being said, I have played a total of 79 decks in my time as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Are there any refining? I'm gonna put Earth Machina up here. I really enjoyed Earth Machine. Any other last minute changes? I'll put Gravekeeper in didn't enjoy, but it's mostly just because the deck doesn't do enough for me in a playstyle, and I think I'm good there. I think I'm happy with this. I would love to know what decks you guys have played. If you want to make a tier thing, or if you just want to put in the comments like how you would rank certain decks, totally down for that. I would love to see what people have played in their time. Like, I love this, I regret losing it, I hated this, I regret ever having it. I love those conversations. So let me know in the comments if you want to go into a deep discussion about this at any point. Once we get a channel more rolling and once we get more people in our Discord, I'm totally down for that. But that being said, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.